Podcast.
We have been super excited about this day. We actually had to delay it just a couple of days because some of our judges had spent so much time going through these processes that they wanted to get it right when they put it out. Hey, it's Scott Beebe with Business on Purpose. At the time of this recording, it's Monday. It's our favorite day of the week. We're so excited to be with you, to dive in, to get started. And we're going to talk a little bit about 4 ways to motivate employees to develop your business systems and purposes. Hey, before we dive in, make sure to check us out, mybusinessonpurpose.com. Been working super hard to get incredible content up there. In fact, we took the 7 questions that are the most challenging for us or any business coaching firm to answer, and we've answered those questions right there on mybusinessonpurpose.com. So make sure to check those out. So we're going to share with you the winners of the $1,000 BOP Summer Process Challenge. And we're going to do that here in just a minute. But before we do that, I wanted to lay out 4 ways to motivate employees to develop these systems and processes that these heroic team members have been doing all summer. It's been so much fun to watch. You know, science journalist Tara Hale wrote an enlightening article for Medium. It's an online publication, and it was entitled, Your Surge Capacity. Your surge capacity is depleted. It's why you feel so awful, suggesting that many of us have exhausted the fuel from our surge capacity. And I love the verbiage they use here. I've thought about that word, surge capacity, but I think it's an appropriate word. And so she wrote a great article. You can check it out, like I said, on Medium. And Hale reveals the work of Dr. Pauline Boss. She's a family therapist and professor emeritus of social sciences at the University of Minnesota, who specializes in something called ambiguous loss. Ambiguous loss. I'd never heard this term, but as soon as I saw it, I thought this makes a lot of sense. Here's the deal. We're living in a time of ambiguous loss, defined as any loss that's unclear or lacks resolution. Doesn't that feel like right now? Unclear, lacking resolution? Here's the most bizarre reality. Every single human is feeling it simultaneously. For you as a business owner, there is still a business to run, books to be balanced, messages to be shared, food to serve, teeth to clean, shrubs to trim, houses to build and insulate, property to be rented or sold, planes to fly, and debris to remove. You cannot hold it together while running on empty. So the question is, and that's why I want to answer before we announce this, is how do you motivate employees to develop your business systems and procedures? Figuring out how to motivate your employees to develop those systems and procedures will lead not only to a delegation of day-to-day tasks, which will restore your surge capacity that we were mentioning earlier, and that fuel tank that you have, but it will also re-engage your team so they can spend their days living with the joy of their skill set while also occupying their mind to things that they can actually control rather than living under the banner of unclear and lacking resolutions, what we call that ambiguous loss a little bit earlier. So the good news is, as Hal alludes in the article, so many systems aren't working as they normally do. Now you might go, well, of course that's true, but I want you to think about that. When systems don't work, for instance, last week we had a little leak in our house on a spigot outside, so I had to shut the water down to the whole house. And so the water system was not working. And when that one thing doesn't work, it's challenging. Now, there is some good news because it means even the most minute improvement in a system that's not working will lead to significant improvement for so many other people. And so every system improvement right now is a hyper-concentrated element because we as a society are longing for predictable rhythms. We want them so bad. So I want to walk through, before we announce the winner of our $1,000 BOP Summer Process Challenge, I want to walk through 4 things you can do right now to motivate your employees to develop your business systems and procedures. And none of these have to do with cash, even though we're going to be giving that away today. So what's the first one? Well, the first thing you can do to motivate your team member is to acknowledge that life is not normal. Don't hide from it. Have a conversation about it. Your team needs to hear that you're a human too. You're not immune to ambiguous loss. Hale gives a great metaphor. She says, our new normal's always feeling a little off balance, like trying to stand in a dinghy on rough seas and not knowing when the storms are going to pass. It does feel that way, doesn't it? So you can set a time to have an honest conversation with your team about the reality that we're in. Empathize, share, listen. Certainly, let's not mope or generate more hopelessness, but let's acknowledge just, hey, this stinks. So the first thing you can do is have a conversation about it, acknowledge it. The second thing you can do to motivate team members to build out systems and processes is beginning to speak real hope into the situation. Hale follows her metaphor, and again, referenced the article earlier in what we're talking about. She says, but humans can get better at anything with practice. Yes, let's practice new ways to balance, new rhythms, new habits, and opportunities to learn. By acknowledging challenges and then laying the groundwork for some optimistic hope, you're preparing your team for tactical sides of developing your business systems and procedures. So we can acknowledge it. We can lay out some of the challenges that are out there. We can also speak some real hope into it. The third thing that we can do to build out these systems and processes through a motivated team is to give them a vision. Give them a vision of what you hope to accomplish. The heroic business owners we work with each build a master process roadmap. I want you to think of it as a one-page cheat sheet where any employee can get access to any process in the business, really at any time. And so when an employee can see the vision of what they are being asked to be a part of, buy-in really starts to skyrocket at that point. So I thought I'd give you a picture. This is one of the businesses that we work with. This is their master process roadmap. It's simply a listing of the 4 major systems that exist in any business: admin, marketing, sales, operations. Regardless of the size, regardless of the project or the product, and then underneath each system is a box for every process that must be in a place in order for that system to be able to operate appropriately. The fourth thing you can do to motivate your team is to preach what we call the systems mindset. And the systems mindset is simply this: whatever the next task is that you're about to do, document it or capture it like it's the last time you'll ever have to do it. And so instead of setting aside hours or days in this hackathon-like environment to capture all of the processes that it takes to operate the business, each day those processes are already being accomplished. The difference is the next time that process is being completed, then an employee will document the process either by writing it down. You can do it on a Google Doc, or you can do it by video, recording, or using a tool such as Loom. In fact, just before I'm recording this right now, I just did a Loom video for one of our team members about a process that we're doing. And so as each team member captures a process in real time and adds it to the master process roadmap, you'll see the confidence and engagement of team members feeling a sense of pride in what they're building, knowing that they're having a chance to leave their mark on the business. It's a predictable, stable platform in the choppy seas of the new normal, where we may all feel, what Hale said, a little off balance. Today, we celebrate the heroic employees, the key leaders, the team members who have been working for the past few months to enthusiastically build processes for the businesses they serve. So what we've done is we've narrowed all the entries we received down to the top 5, and then had our independent business coaches go through and review each process submission. And so I thought I would take this time right now on Facebook Live, or you might be listening to this on the podcast or watching it later on YouTube. Our 5 finalists are as follows, and I'm so excited to be able to share these with you. First, actually, we have 2 finalists from Taylor's Landscape Supply. The first is Lauren Herman, who is actually the nursery manager at Taylor's, and Lauren put an incredible process that our coaches were to review. Next is her counterpart at Taylor's. This is Dawn Kleiman. And this great shot of Dawn just captures her personality. And she actually submitted a process on how to run the cash register for the entire team that runs those cash register processes. So we've got processors from all over that business. The third finalist in our challenge is from Coastal Shores Landscaping, actually their newest team member, Beth Monahan. And Beth has done a great job of getting this most complex process within their business down onto a sheet of paper and linked out. Actually, they use a Google Doc, linked out completely so that they could build that out. And it allowed her to come into her new role really, really fast. Our fourth of 5 finalists From American Paving Design is Nicole Burnett. We actually, this summer, got all of our businesses around to visit each other's businesses. And Nicole and Tim at American Paving Design, that's not Tim, that's Nicole's husband, if you can see the video here. But Nicole was able to lay out some of the processes they do. And in our fifth and final finalist for the $1,000 Business on Purpose Summer Process Challenge from Atlantic Spray Foam is Michelle Fernandez. Did a great job. In fact, I took this little shot. This is just a screenshot from a video where she was really doing a great job of teaching many of our business owners and their key leaders. And so we have laid this all up. We've got our 5 finalists from 4 different businesses. And I just wanted to lay this out too to show you that our top 3, our winner, first place, remember this is a winner-take-all prize that we did. The winner gained 15 points. So we put together a point structure for how we evaluated everything. And the winner gained 15 points. Second place was 14 points. So the winner only won by 1 point. Third place was 5 points and then on below. But you can see how close this race really was. So it's time to announce the winner of the $1,000 Business on Purpose Summer Process Challenge. And again, these 5 finalists going for a winner-take-all $1,000. All the businesses got together, put it in a pool. BOP is rounding out the rest of it. And this one team member, this key leader, is going to be able to take away that $1,000. So the question is, who is it? Well, I want to congratulate Nicole Burnett of American Paving Design. She is the winner. And again, by a slim margin of 1 point. Nicole Burnett is taking home the Summer Championship Challenge. Again, $1,000 that Nicole Burnett is going to get. And I don't know, maybe she'll share it with her team there at American Paving Design. They just adopted last year, so that money is going to be put to great use with little Piper and their entire family and what they've been doing there. But Nicole, we're really, really proud of you. And for all of the finalists, Dawn, Lauren, Beth, and Michelle, you guys have done an incredible, incredible job. We're so proud of you. And thank you for participating. More importantly, thank you for making time to build those processes, to build those systems within your businesses, because your businesses are growing because of it. So that it looks like when business owners can motivate team members. In this case, we threw in a little cash for it, but more importantly than that, they were motivated because of those other elements and the value that it will bring to the business. Hey, I hope you enjoyed that. It was a lot of fun to be able to lay that out. Nicole, congratulations. But again, Beth, Michelle, Lauren, and Dawn, thank you so much for playing a part, and all the others who took part in the Process Challenge this summer. It's been a whole lot of fun. Hey, refill your tanks. It's a tough time right now for so many people. Make sure to go check us out at mybusinessonpurpose.com. You can connect with us on YouTube. Subscribe to us there, by the way. Go connect with us also on Facebook at My Business on Purpose. And then my personal LinkedIn page, Scott Beebe. You can go connect with me there. Would love to see what you guys are up to and what you're building. Hey, I hope you'll go live out your business on purpose. Take care, everybody.